Aryokti we have forgotten. Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorva Amritangamaya. Last, what is the next word of it? From darkness to light we have to go. Okay? And we have to move from, we have to move towards awareness, ignorance to awareness. For what? Asatoma Sadgamaya, brother. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, yes. From darkness to light, moving, and to awareness, ignorance to awareness. My dear students, why? क्यों चाहिए ये सब आपको? The last word of that Aryokti is Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. That means this is necessary for you to live peacefully, not only to live peacefully for you, but to make others live peacefully. In a nation of plurality, where different castes, different religions are living together, we are talking in terms of globalization. Students try to understand, but we do not live happily with our neighbor, happily live with our colleagues. If you are a good student, you live peacefully, you do your work happily, you do everything as according, and let your other colleagues, other fellow beings live happily. Then only you will be a good student. Otherwise, don't think that good student will be measured by the amount of his intelligence or educational achievement. Am I clear? Why you are so serious? Is it very difficult? These are all very simple aspects. Next. Develop positive communication. So 2-3 points I will explain, then I will stop it. What is positive communication? I will tell you a parable. There was a king and he had one eye. Okay, another eye is closed by birth. One eye. And that king told to the staff illustrators, चित्रकार है ना उसका staff में, the 3 staff illustrators, he said, draw my picture, try to understand, मेरा picture निकालो. ओके, पिक्चर ये तीनों निकाले चित्रकार. एक का पिक्चर ऐसे था कि ये जो राजा है उसका दोनों आइस था. एक जो चित्र निकाला उसमें दोनों आइस था. दूसरा था उसमें एक ही आइस था जो है रियलिटी वो चित्र किया. तीसरे ने क्या किया? दैट इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. ये आई नहीं था, इसका हाथ में धनुष्य बांध दिया. धनुष्य बांध दिया तो नेचुरली ये करने के टाइम ये का ही बंद होता है ना, तो उसका रियलिटी है. What I am telling is, you see, sometimes we are very angry, and sometimes we do not agree with some things. Maybe teachers, maybe parents, maybe fellow being, whoever may. Now you have to take this as a model. You tell whatever you want to tell. But गौतम बुद्ध ने एक मार्ग दिया है, मध्यम मार्ग. That you use it. When you are talking with your teachers, with your classmates, you don't be aggressive. Can you understand? You have to dilute it in different way and then communicate. It is not for, you are not communicating for argument. You know? Why are you communicating? Is it for argument? Then for what? If not for argument, discussion, is it not? Discussion. Discussion makes whatsoever you have not and somebody else, both of you will be having it. That is a way of discussion. Mutual sharing. Are you understanding? So some kind of people may not be understanding, but it is very essential that you ought to expose to these things in your life. So have positive communication. Next. This is very important for you because you are in a very tender age. Do not sit in regret house. Regret house. See, here also I will narrate an incident. You know how the monkeys are being caught? Monkeys. While catching the monkeys, there will be a flask, conical flask. Okay, that flask will contain the food which is being favorite food of the monkey. Banana, shenga, or nariyal, that will be kept in a flask. You know flask? The mouth is narrow, the body is bulged, है ना? बराबर है ना? bulged part में ये food डालते हैं और उसको बांध के रखते हैं जमीन पे. तो मंकी आता है और उसमें हाथ डालता है फूड लेने के लिए और फूड लेता है. क्या बनता है? मुष्टि, है ना? मंकी हाथ बाहर लेने का कोशिश करता है. बाहर लेने के समय क्या होता है? इसका वॉल्यूम बढ़ता है ना, क्योंकि इधर फूड है, हाँ, और इधर का नेक का गात्र उसका कम है, तो वो लेने के टाइम बाहर नहीं आता. बट मंकी को ये मालूम नहीं है कि इसको छोड़ना पड़ेगा. इसका प्रिय है तो भी बिकॉज ऑफ द सर्कमस्टेंस ये प्रिय वस्तु को छोड़ना पड़ेगा और बचाना पड़ेगा अपने को. ये उसको मालूम नहीं. संस्कृत में इसको कपिमुष्टि बोलते हैं. कपिमुष्टि. वो फिर भी इट विल स्ट्रगल टू टेक आउट द फूड. व्हाट विल बी द कॉन्सिक्वेंस ऑफ दिस? इन इट्स स्ट्रगल इट विल बी caught. Can you understand this? Life in your life, don't sit in that regret house. कि मुझे वो नहीं मिला, मेरे से वो नहीं किया, ये क्यों करने का. ये पकड़ के आप बैठे, वो स्टूडेंट मेरा जैसे ही था, उसको सब इतना मार्क मिला, मुझे नहीं मिला, क्यों पढ़ूं? कभी मुश्किल बन गया. You are sitting in a regret house. उसको नहीं, you leave it, yes. I too can get it. ये नहीं छोड़ा. जो हमें स्टेप बाय स्टेप में ऐसे अपमान होता है, कष्ट मिलता है, समझ में आया? उसको आप लेके ही आगे चले, आप कुछ नहीं बन सकते. जब हुआ उसको छोड़ दो, वो कभी नहीं, आप आगे जाएंगे. Then you will be a good student. Are you understanding? Next. Honeybees must tap at least 200 of flowers to make one drop of honey. Have you seen it? Can you understand it? A drop of honey will be prepared by the honeybees by tapping 200 of flowers, one drop of honey. Okay? Remember, the sweetest reward comes from the hardest one. Keep it in your life and be good students. Thank you.
Good morning. Myself, Lovely Singh, on behalf of KCE, Institute of Management and Research, would like to extend a sincere vote of thanks to all of you. It indeed has been an inspiring morning to all of us for having had the gracious presence of Dr. Subramanyam Rao, sir. We sincerely agree to what has been communicated to us throughout the session and truly motivated. Sir, you have gave us knowledge what are the qualities and good qualities of.
I welcome you all on this auspicious occasion of Gurupurnima. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. It means the Guru is Brahma, the Guru is Vishnu, the Guru is Lord, the Guru is Shiva. Our salutation to such a Guru who is verily a supreme of God. The day of full moon, Purnima, is the month of Ashad, is traditionally celebrated as Guru Purnima by Hindus, also known as Vyas Purnima. The day is celebrated in remembrance and veneration to sage Ved Vyas. On this day, Guru is offered pujan, that is worshipped by the disciples. One of the most important persons who has a hand in shaping our lives After our parents is our teacher. Our teacher or guru is the person who leads us from the darkness of ignorance to the light of knowledge. We are very lucky to have a very distinguished personality with us today, who is highly respected academician, a teacher of teachers, Dr. Subramanyam Rao sir. Sir is principal in Khandesh College Education Society's College of Education, Jalgaon. His education qualifications are BSc, MA, DSM, PhD. He has very vast experience in teaching field. Sir is principal of KCES College Education Society, Jalgaon, almost for past 10 years. He has conducted many workshops, also some for IMAL faculty. Also, Sir has presented many papers in seminars. Also, Sir has worked as judge for various competitions. He has done many research activities. Sir has also been awarded for Best Teacher from Rotaract Club Thane for excellent performance in PhD. Also, Sir has been awarded for Lifetime Achievement Award from International Institute of Education and Management, New Delhi. And also, Sir has won many more awards. I request Dr. Shubha Kulkarni ma'am to felicitate such a renowned personality with flowers and momentum. Thank you, sir and ma'am. Now I request Dr. Subramanyam Rao sir to take on the podium for his valuable address. Thank you.
Be free. Don't be tight-paced. At the outset, I offer my good wishes to all the teachers on this auspicious occasion of Gurupurnima. I would like to ask you one question and I will give you the alternative. I am not testing you. Are you comfortable in English? Are you a good student? The alternatives are agreed. We will change the form. I am a good student. Okay? Sentence is I am a good student. 3 alternatives I give. Agree, disagree, undecided. How many of you agree with this statement? I am a good student. Raise your hand. Okay. How many of you disagree? I am not, that is I am a good student, you are disagreeing. Negative, that is I am not a good student. How many of you disagree? Raise your hand. That means you have not decided yet. Because very few students have raised their hand for the alternative agree. And no students have raised their hand for disagreement. That means it is obvious that you are all mostly 96% mostly the students have not decided. You are sitting on the parapet wall. That is, you may jump into be a good student or to another side. Alright. Today's my talk is, if I am not a good student, then who am I? Can you understand this? If I am not a good student, then who am I? You should understand the phrase which is used to good. Okay. I have not used I am a successful student, I am an efficient student, I am an ideal student. These sentences I have not used, but I have used simply I am a good student, because I am a successful student, it is the end product. But I am a good student this is not an end product, it is inbuilt with the studentship. Are you understanding what I am telling? It is inbuilt with the studentship. You are all good students. If you are not a good student, who are you? You are supposed to be good students. There is no doubt in it. It is inbuilt, inherent, successful, efficient, ideal. That will be the end product. Afterward effect. But when you are a student, take it very seriously. You should have the confidence that you are a good student, because obviously student is a good student. Are you understanding? Therefore I have put up this question. If I am not a good student, then who is, if I am not a good student, then who am I? I have no identity. A student will never be a bad student. And what is there to decide? If you are not a good student, you will never be called a student. Try to understand it. Next. So this is the title. If I am not a good student, then who am I? So I have shown you. It is good. It is implicit. It is implicit. You are all good. Have this confidence. Sometimes we make you good or bad, but you are all good. Next. Now, stop. I will tell you a parable. And then we will do the induction. Most probably either I may tell you a parable, or I may tell you some incident, or I may give some facts and figures. Then from that we are going to get the induction of why we are a good student. Okay? So this we will discuss for 1 hour. You agree? 1 hour is a longer period, because I was being told to speak for 1 hour. So let us see what is your retention capacity. So there is a parable. You see, once upon a time there was a good archer. Archer, do you understand? Dhanusha Pan jo prayog karta. He was very good. But the test of the archery is done by keeping a target. NCC में था ना target. Then you have to shoot the arrow, and it should stick up in that target. There is concentric circles, and there is a bull's eye, that is midpoint. And when the archer he shoot, it should stick to the midpoint. Then he will be the best archer. This is the common practice. Okay, in archery. This archer, he was very good in archery, but he could not make that his arrow shooting to the center. So he was in search of last bench, don't get distracted. So he was searching in search of a archer who could do it. Okay. So in his search, one fine day, in a outskirt of the village, he found a tree hanging with the that particular what is it called? The target. Okay. In that target, there was concentric circles, and at the center point there was an arrow. So he was amused to see this. Then he went into the village head and asked who has done this. So the village head took this archer to that person who has done it. He was a fine archer to do this. You agree? So this archer went to that archer who has done it and asked, it's very perfect, and how did you do? How did you shoot the arrow into the center of the target? This person said it is very easy. Very easy. Then this archer was surprised to hear that it is very easy. It's very difficult. For so many years in his tapasya he could not do it. But how can it be so easy? Then he explained that archer who has done, ये जो shoot किया था ना, वो ऐसे explain किया. First step, हाँ. I kept previous. I kept a blank target. Okay, blank target is kept. Then I shoot an arrow. Next, एक बाण प्रयोग किया. वो किधर न किधर लगता है ना टारगेट को, तो वो पॉइंट लेके फिर कॉन्सेंट्रिक सर्कल किया, नेक्स्ट ऐसे सर्कल बनाया उन्होंने, नेक्स्ट फाइनली एट इट्स appearance it looks that a target is kept and the arrow is shoot and which is perfectly at its center, but it is done in the different way. समझ में आया आपको? खाली टारगेट रखे, बाण प्रयोग किया, फिर जो बाण पॉइंट ऑफ कांटेक्ट है टारगेट का उधर से सर्कल बनाया, एट द एंड आउट प्रोडक्ट इज इट लुक्स एज इफ somebody has done the perfection. एक्चुअली कैसे करना चाहिए था? नेक्स्ट ऐसे टारगेट रखना चाहिए, नेक्स्ट बाण प्रयोग करना चाहिए, वो सेंटर में लगना चाहिए. कैन यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस टू वेज? Our learning is, now let us take the induction. Our learning is as such. Mostly the research shows 80% of the time we spend on learning, it is unmeaningful learning. The students, whatsoever may be the stage, average 80% we spend on unmeaningful learning. Only 20% by luck we may utilize the meaningful learning. You know what is meant by unmeaningful learning? You pile up the study. Actually, you see, a good student is that student, that is, there are three categories of students: average, below average, above average. Okay. Now, the above average student's habit is as such: he comes to the class by preparing the lesson which is being undertaken in the class. वो दिन में जो लेसन होगा उसका पहले ही वो प्रिपेयर करके आता है, वो एवरेज अबव एवरेज स्टूडेंट्स होता है. कोई कोई स्टूडेंट्स ऐसे रहते हैं, वो जो दिन टीचर पढ़ाएगा घर में जाके पढ़ेगा, वो एवरेज स्टूडेंट बनते हैं. बहुत स्टूडेंट्स ऐसे रहते हैं जो टीचर पढ़ाएगा, ये पढ़ेगा नहीं, पहले भी पढ़ा नहीं, बाद में भी पढ़ेगा नहीं, एग्जामिनेशन के टाइम इधर उधर जाएगा, जेरोक्स करेगा, वो करेगा, ये करेगा और एग्जामिनेशन देगा. He will pile up the study. He is not a good student. Can you understand this? Our study is that unmeaningful way. We do not understand what is being taught. Chintan, Manan, Nididhyan, transcendental meditation we don't do on what we have studied. We study, one tape recorder is playing in the class, these 100 tape recorders record, and on the examination day these 100 tape records are on, then the cassette is thrown. This is the way of studying, unmeaningful. It is of no use. Where are you going to use for MBA? What are the engineers are doing? How many bridges are collapsed? What are the teachers doing? This is because of the unmeaningful way of learning. Rote learning. Rote learning मालूम है ना आपको? और एग्जामिनेशन में हम उसको लिखते हैं, खाली करते हैं. This is unmeaningful. We don't know what is the meaning of it. Especially in India, where there is no lingua franca, there is a added difficulty because there is a style of studying in English medium. I don't object it, but the primary education should be in mother tongue. But there are so many interwoven variables, so it will be difficult for the parents to send the child to their mother tongue, because when you study in mother tongue, your conceptual perceptions will be very strong. Now you study in English medium, but study in a meaningful way. Next. So, good student learn in meaningful way. Then you are a good student. Can you understand? Don't go by somersaulting. I have shown you the incident. You don't study, you don't understand, only mug up and throw it in the examination. What is the use of such education? If you are a good student, you will try to understand, or you learn in a meaningful way, where you will understand the meanings of the concepts, basic meanings of the concepts and its application. Then you are good student. Am I clear? Any doubt? Okay, next. Now you see, One parable I will tell you, then we will do this induction. Now you don't see this, you listen to me. There were 4 students studying in a Gurukul. You know, in previous good old Vedic period, we were studying in the Gurukul. So after the study in the Gurukul, after giving Guru Dakshina, they were moving towards their native place. In their journey, they had to pass a jungle. In the jungle, these 4 students saw a heap of blood, muscles, bones, etc. in a place. Out of these 4 students, are you understanding what I am telling clearly? Out of these 4 students, one student said, my teacher has given me the knowledge, jnaan diya hai. The identification of the knowledge is recall and recognition. Therefore, I can recognize whose heap, blood, muscle, bone is. किसका है? मेरा knowledge उपयोग करके मैं बोल सकता हूँ. तो बाकी लोग बोलो. Then he said, it is a lion. It's the blood, muscle and bones of the lion. He has used his knowledge to understand it. Okay? Then next student said, see, my teachers have given me skills. Skill. I can use the skill and I can erect this lion. So he used that blood, muscle and bone and he erected the lion. It was dead or it was spoiled. Okay? That is, one is used his knowledge, one has used his skill. The third one has said, see, this is cognitive, one has used head, another has used the psychomotor skill, head, hand, and another one has said, I have studied the emotions from my teachers. Affective domain, it is called, heart. So I can use that affective domain and I can endow life to this lifeless animal and make it vivid. Can you understand? Third one has said. So these 3 has said, okay, you do it. But the 4th one said, wait, before you endow life to this lifeless animal, I will climb this tree and I will stay there. You do whatever you want to do. You use your knowledge, skill and affection. Okay? Then he climbed the tree and he stayed there. And the third one, by using his affective domain, he endowed life to it. The lion came to alive, and lion cannot understand who is Brahma, who has created him. Lion's natural tendency is to kill because it is hungry. So he killed all the 3, that is one who has used his knowledge and erected, one who has erected its body and one has given the life. Can you understand? Now let us do the induction. The research says it varies. 76% of the study is based on giving knowledge. Okay? It is knowledge based curriculum. It varies, engineering or even this, it may be different. I am talking about the general education. 76% it is giving knowledge. Okay? Then nearly 20% it is skill. 96. 4% emotions. Where the primary education is, it has to make the human being humane, for which the emotion is very necessary. We have forgotten it. 4% we use the emotions. Therefore, the lifeless, only mechanical, heartless people are being produced, and therefore this society is doing such crime in large scale. Can you understand this, what I am telling? In such education, this will be the effect. That is, we are going to kill ourselves and we are going to kill others. By using this huge knowledge, I do not agree with the knowledge, it is just the information. A part of the knowledge, where knowledge has to be converted. We give informations, skill this, but less, emotions very less. Whereas, for the integrated personality of the human beings, there should be synchronized knowledge, heart and hand. Then only we can create the human being. Can you understand what I am telling? There should be appropriate synchronization of all these three, whereas we are giving more weightage to this Panditya, so called. The result will be this. Now this graph represents, you see, there is knowledge is being given. Alright, proportion I don't take here. Then there is the skills, and then there is the emotions, and these three join at a place and make a particular focus. Can you understand? That is called wisdom. Wisdom, vivek, wisdom. Judicious application of knowledge, skill and emotion is called judicious application, is called wisdom. My dear students, if you are a good student, next, you develop wisdom. You apply the knowledge, your reasons, skills and emotions, synchronize it, configure it and develop wisdom. If you develop wisdom, then you will be well-round, not all-round. All-round is not a correct word. Well-round, developed personality. My dear students, good students will try to develop well-round, developed personality. Well-round, well-round, not all-round. Can you understand? From all different aspects you have to develop and synchronize it. Not only the knowledge or the skill or the emotions, or still bifurcating it, not only in English or in mathematics or in science or in history, but it is the synchronized effect, that is wisdom. If you get it, it will be well-rounded, developed personality of the student, and he is a good student. Are you going to do it? Can you understand what I say? Okay, next. See, this is why should there be all-round development personality. Empowerment through education. The bringing out well-round development for goal setting minus your doubt equals your reality. If you are a good student, you have to set your goals, is it not? But we never fail to plan. We never fail to set our goals. But while setting the goals, it is very essential you set the goal but minus your doubt. When you are setting the goal, you ought to get some doubts, is it not? Have you ever tried goal setting? Because in MBA most probably it is very important, goal setting. When you are setting your goals, you have, because you see goal setting is such a difficult task. This is my destiny, this is my destiny, this is my goal, okay, one. This is my goal, another. This is my goal, third. Which one is goal setting? This is my goal, okay. This is my goal, okay. This is my goal. Which one is goal setting? I know you don't know, but you have to try. Which one is goal setting according to you? You are telling this is your goal and you are moving back. Is it goal setting? You are standing in a place and telling that it is goal? No. Goal setting is identifying the destiny and moving towards that destiny. That is goal setting. Can you understand? Not only tell that this is my goal, but you show some symptoms of momentum. In science, momentum, you know, movement, displacement, forward. That is goal setting. While such goal setting, definitely, because goal is ahead, you have many doubts, is it not? When you read the goal, your doubts may be diluted or liquefied. But when you are setting the goal at the stage, you have so many doubts. That means minus those doubts, that is the reality. That is goal setting. Am I clear? That is, bring out well-round development for goal setting, minus your doubts equals your reality. Then you are a good student. Otherwise your parents will ask, हाँ कितना percentage ले सकती है? एक बरस हुआ, graduation ka. Then they will ask what percentage you will get. You say 80%, 90%. Your goal is not really set. Okay, realistic goal setting. That is also a characteristics of good student. Next, good students will develop well-round development. The totality is you acquire knowledge, good skills, good emotions, configure them and develop, use it judicially so as to develop wisdom, set the goals and come up in your life. Then good, that is your well-round development, and good student will always show well-round development. I don't say all-round development, it is horizontal. Okay, I say well-round development, it is vertical. At any given time, it is well-round. Am I clear? कुछ difficulties है? तो मौनम पंडित लक्षणम समझ के मैं आगे जाऊं? ऐसे भी होता है मौनम मूर्ख लक्षणम, ऐसे नहीं है ना? Next. Now you see, there is a question with you, very important question, because traditionally we are accustomed to learn in a stereotyped way. My question is, why do you learn? You don't see that. You will not understand until you understand my explanation. Why do you learn? You learn because you are being pushed to learn, cornered to learn. Huh? Why do you learn? There are so many questions. Why do you learn? How do you learn? Because learning is idiocentric. The way in which she learns, she will not learn. She will learn in her own way. Idiocentric it is. Okay, everybody will have their own way of learning. The question is, why do you learn? This is connecting my first proposition. Okay, why do you learn? Have you ever asked this question with yourself? You are not so small. You have to ask. Because most probably you are in first year graduation. That means 12 years already over. Why do you learn? You learn for the sake of learning. Okay? You learn for the sake of getting a degree. Okay? Anything else? We do not come out from this. You learn, try to understand, you learn how to learn. Can you understand? You should learn always how to learn. Your learning will be taught by somebody else, is it not? Maybe by a book, maybe by your experience, maybe by your teacher. My dear students, today Gurupurnima, it is not Teacher's Day. Okay? It is not a human being only will be your guru, environment is also your guru, which will teach you by its consequence. Your experience is ultimate guru. Can you understand? So coming to the point, you are being taught in this stage and you learn, is it not? And the person who is teaching, he is teaching you how to learn. Right? ऐसे पढ़ना चाहिए. He will teach you how to learn, and you learn in the same way. Therefore, all this inverted pyramid occurs in the life. You learn how to learn. That means somebody, he is a hetu. He is a means, not an end. He teach you learning. You should make it how to learn. Further, you have to learn, no? Up to what extent you will learn by somebody else in your life? Up to what extent you will be taken ahead? Right? Till the end of your life, learning is yours, my dear students. Every stage, every moment, nobody will teach you. It is not possible. We teach you so that you learn how to learn. That learning you take afterwards. This is called meta learning. Then We teach you to know. You know? This is the teachers are teaching. The experience is teaching. No. But that is not sufficient. You know how to know. मैं बोलता हूँ आपका ये टीचर बहुत अच्छा है, ये ऐसे है, ये ऑस्मोसिस ऐसे है, ये प्रोसेस ऐसे है. This I am teaching. But you see, loko pinnaruchi, there are so many routes of getting the same process. There are several methods to come to the same end. You know? Akasham toyam sagaram pratigacchati sarvodevo namaskaram keshavam pratigacchati. The rain comes from, rain drops on different places, right? On water, river, on desert, green forest, everywhere it is dropped. But ultimately where it goes to the sea, samudra. In the same way, your route of learning may be different, but it should end with the same wisdom, for which you should know how to know the things. How many days we will give the food feeding? This is this. How many days your parents will say? How many days your friends will say? How many days your teachers will say that this is this. You should know what is this, for which you should make use of. Somebody has told you what is this. Are you understanding? Always when we say, we try to understand it and use it for knowing the things, because otherwise knowing will be subjective. When I say this sir is this, like this, it is my experience. From somebody else's experience he may be different. From somebody else's experience he may be different. So you should, supposing you go by what I have told you about him, and other part of which you may not be knowing, so that you will be utterly failed in your life in understanding him, you develop some tools, some instruments to know of your own. Okay, that is meta-knowing, and the mixture of this is metacognition. You see, the modern pedagogy says, you don't teach you don't teach the child to learn, but teach the child learn how to learn. Don't teach the child to know, but teach the child know how to know. This combination is metacognition, and for students also it is very essential. Tables, you will say very spontaneously, is it not? 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, because you have learnt it by heart. But have you ever thought that how 6 is made, 2 3s are 6, how it is made? When 2 things are kept 3 times, then the total is 6. Can you understand? Simple it is. Vedic mathematics goes in this way. So try to understand, know how to know, learn how to learn. Okay, next. Good student develops metacognition. Simply for the sake of learning, he will not learn, he will learn to learn. Next. This is a good saying. Give a man fish and he will eat for a day. Teach a man to fish and he will eat for a lifetime. In Bengali this proverb is very well used. जब एक आदमी भूखा है उसको एक मछली दो, उसका भूख मिट जाएगा, है ना? बट जब आदमी भूखा है उसको मछली देने से भी मछली पकड़ना सिखाओ. तो जब भूखे हैं तब मछली पकड़ के अपना भूख मिटा सकता है. What is the induction of this? Next. Good students develop lifelong learning skills. Lifelong learning. In Sanskrit it is very nicely explained. Yavat jiva madito vipraha. That is the person who is learning to the last breath. To his last breath. He is Vipra. Vipra means जातिवाचक नहीं है. Vipra means learned person. Basically teachers or whoever may be the learned person, they are Vipra. That means that learned person, he will learn up to the end of his life. Why should he learn? Come on, tell me, why should we learn throughout the life? अभी आपका ग्रेजुएशन हुआ, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन हुआ, तो लर्निंग सीज क्यों नहीं कर सकते? Life changes, everything changes, is it not? जो आज हम बोलते हैं ये यही है, ये इधम बिथम नहीं है, ये ऐसे ही नहीं रहेगा. That will change. That will change. Okay? You ask your teachers what did they study in their graduation and post-graduation, and up to what extent it is living now. Therefore, not only for learning but unlearning, it is necessary that we should learn lifelong. And if you are a good student, you should learn throughout your life. Don't keep a target that up to this MBA I will learn. I'm not talking study, learn. Thereafterwards I don't learn. One Mr. Prabhu Desai has done a research in Mumbai about the teachers. How many teachers read newspapers regularly? And the result is it is 20%. Teachers. So it is my advice, if you want to be a good student, your target should be lifelong learning. Am I clear? Next. Here I will tell you a story. It's very interesting. Try to listen and then I will tell you what is this. To the good student. There was a house, and in that house there were cats. Okay. And there was a small rat in that house, very small rat. And this small rat is always living in its burrow. Okay, very small rat, it is living in its burrow. Sometimes it comes out, rat, and it takes the cats into task. Mickey Mouse में देखते हैं ना? It goes